Now then, it's been a little too long since I've had anything in the form of a video or a live stream, but when it's safe to say that it's been too long, it's safe to say that at least chat has, well, at least my voice isn't completely mute, unlike some of the streams I've had in the past. I'm not specifying one, but there is one that I've had issues with before. And this time I'm making sure YouTube's end actually sees the stream and not until I was literally done with it. I don't need a repeat of panicking and uploading the video, well, downloading the video from Twitch and then uploading it to YouTube as a standalone video. What I want to make sure let's see. I'm gonna move my phone over to a different spot. Then I can move chatpad over to the left side and see both of them. It's a tight space, but it'll be much easier to look at chatpad for this. And I did mention before that previous streams I've had, where I used to have an iPod Touch showing chat, now I have the iPad showing chat. That's why I called it Chatpad, and the other one Chatpod. I also decided to have a world that's ready to go right away instead of generating it. So that means we get to see it. No more delaying, let's go. And it took almost 50 seeds to find one that did not have a bad starting area. So, as I remember, world spawn like that. Yeah, there's that as well. And of course, let me see, the mod list is not... Oh, the mod list is here. So, here's the list of mods I have. Animal Bikes Animation API. This one is a quality of life mod. Got this one. I'm not gonna basically blurt out every single one of them. Biomes O Plenty is gonna be a big one, especially since a couple of the seeds I've tried to look at that were promising ended up not being promising. But I wonder what building with redwood would be like. Got dungeon pack, because I don't want to be completely empty with this world. Dynamic lights. I've got this one here, so building a bunch of random tools, and of course some that I don't want to build. Like the wooden shovel. Good extra golems as well. Familiars. I like to craft one of the big mods, mainly for the blocks. Gravity gun, I cannot start a 1.7 series without this mod. Same with hats. These two are just the two that I go essentially with every single mod pack I've done. Inventory tweaks. Pretty good one to have. Iron chests and better furnaces shown up before. Useful mods to have. Let's see what we have here. This one, I still don't know how I managed to find it, but... Lucky Block, I added a couple of Lucky Block mods into the single one, so you'll get to see that too. This is one of the ones I have in this mod pack, but not the others. Mo Glowstone. Get to have different colored glowstone for decoration purposes. Mo Villages. I decided to not have them spawn in two specific biome areas, the ocean and the dark forests. Mob death messages. That one's quite an interesting one. Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. This one's pretty much essential because of the amount of zombies that spawn. Still don't know how I managed to find this one, because it's not that easy to find. Got too much TNT. Wonder how it's going to work. Got utility mobs. That's one of the ones I don't have in the other mod packs. And yeah, here's all the other ones here too. Now then, the seed. I have it in the description of this YouTube stream, but I haven't put it into Twitch yet. And speaking of, I'm actually going to do that. Now then, let me get this into Twitch chat. There we go. There's the seed, and it also uses Biomes O Plenty World Gem. Now then, let's not delay any further. I wouldn't want to have a completely bad reason to not have this go off every single time. Now then. There was a video I watched about someone saying that starting a forever world in modded Minecraft is dumb. And I kind of want to prove that one wrong by starting one in modded Minecraft. And what better way to do this than to have a world where we get to play around with a bunch of blocks, and of course, this will be a concurrent series, unlike most of the other ones I do, which are basically shorter. And then there's Battle for Bikini Bottom. Using this one, because I don't think I'm going to use it. Now then, for achievement purposes, we're going to make these wooden tools only because it requires that. Other than that, it doesn't need anything. But to be honest, I am putting the sword and this wooden pickaxe here. Gonna try to take a spruce sapling while we're at it too. I kind of like building out a spruce as well. There's one tree. I'm gonna knock this one down too while we're at it. Now, of course, we also have to get wool before nightfall. So let's do that too. A couple of sheep have already perished. There's a couple cows over here. And of course, we're going to go focus on sheep first. It appears I found the wool needed. And that one despawned right in front of us. There's actually something else that we're going to make too, besides waiting around. Might seem weird that we're making 3 of these boats, but as you can see, we can make boats. And I also had to make sure that the bit rate looks like it's fine, but I don't know if it's gonna stay consistent. I suppose we should use this wooden shovel. We'll need plenty of sand for making glass. We're quite a ways away from finding other places. Let's gather that clay first. Yep, and there goes the shovel. I want to go up here and explore around. I want to find a better place to gather stone. And then make yourself some stone tools. Probably not that. Yeah, that's gravel ore. Started with some apples, so let's gather this tree as well while we can, because we're gonna find a permanent spot to build a base, and then a village around it. We should probably have plenty of wood. I don't know why, but having one sapling might not be a good idea. This shows that YouTube chat is, well, the YouTube stream is mostly behind by probably at least 30 seconds, if not a little bit more. But it still does showcase the stream, so as long as the stream quality isn't completely garbage, then we should be fine. I've got hardware that's more than capable of outputting 1080p, but the thing that's keeping me back from doing that... Storage. Storage. I want to check and see how everything's going on here with this chat. As expected, both streams are still up. I know exactly what that means. That's definitely from the treasure mod. I don't want to gather. Oh, there is a creeper right there. Why is it that every single time the first monster I face is always a creeper? Seriously, every single time it's always a creeper, for some reason. And I'm not even kidding. Literally almost always the first mob that I end up killing. Not sure why, but I want to gather some stone from here. It is a good start, but I honestly believe there's a better place that we can find. But let's just gather enough for stone tools and, of course, a furnace. Good thing this isn't one of the ones that spawns silverfish. Yeah, it's not every day that I get a random sapling on the ground. And for those that are watching on the YouTube side of the stream, please understand that that stream is a little bit more delayed than the Twitch one. So it might be a little bit longer until you actually hear this message right here stating that there's a bunch of sand, but no cacti. You know, the weirder thing is the gravel generation. I think it might be actually random. That, or I'm not actually going towards the gravel. Well, let's do this and create some stone tools and a furnace before that. Right, and I don't have the sticks necessary either. Let's make sure that we have the sticks needed first. I know it seems wasteful, but extra cheap. There's something here that I can... I don't think there's anything that I can see that could possibly make that go silent. Yep, it's that treasure one again. We might have just gone a full circle. Well then, let's just dump the wooden tools out, minus the pickaxe. And I'm putting this one right here. It's always a good idea to gather sugarcane, because you never know if we're going to find some. Water basin. And of course, I try to not encourage myself by running. Saving this one for later. For later, that might be something else. It might actually be part of that. Probably not a reason to not do this. We've got a long ways to go before we find a spot to actually build. Yeah, let's not do that. Wondering if there's a spot that's good enough that we can find iron. And to do that, we're gonna need to make a shovel. Oh. That's not enough iron. There's more sugarcane here, but I'm gonna save this one just in case we don't make it. Okay, that's a sign that we should head the other way. And we shall go this way instead. Because there are cows over here, and I cannot find cows on that other side of the plains biome. Yep, I expected. Don't drop anything. Two cows in a row that didn't drop leather. Can't gather anything else until we have some inventory space. That's 3 cows that have not dropped anything. That did not drop any leather. I got these cows over here. And of course, there's nothing that we do. Just hope these ones actually drop the leather we need. Now we just need each one to drop 2. Otherwise, we're gonna have to find more cows. Well, we're not leaving this plot of land until we find more cows. So that means we're gonna have to find a different spot to find them. And we don't have sufficient iron either. Looking at the mini-map, there's not a single cow in sight. We need 8 leather, but we don't have the sufficient amount. Alright then. Not gonna do that, that's gonna make my legs hurt. so I'll put them on the floor where they go. That's not the biome I want to visit, though. I don't know why I keep passing up a good vein of gravel for some reason. And it's not... Oh, it's that. I got a feeling we're not going to be able to get that gravel anytime soon. Or we can, because that one does not actually need an iron pickaxe. We just need a shovel for that one. And let's make sure we have a shovel. We've got so many mods to look at. But for this to be a consistent series, we've got plenty. And this giant vein of gold brown ore isn't going to stay here. There's a treasure place around here. So you're gonna have to move. 29, that is a lot of gravel. Now then, let's not lose our bed. We could probably afford to lose the crafting table. Now we don't have anything else. So I'll use up this pickaxe while we can. The sooner it breaks, the better, because I want to get that coal that's right over there. The seeds seem to have a promising start, though, but how much of a good start would a seed have if it meant that the seed we chose is the seed that we're staying at? For who knows how long. There we go, we got some coal. Gonna gather this vein right here, too. And I'll gather this one, too. Yeah, that's a much larger vein of coal. Now then, what's the chance that we're gonna find cows again? Because at the worst, that I might have to do something terrible to the horses. If we can't find cows. And if this group of cows that's ahead on the radar doesn't give us enough leather for us to leave this place and go north, Let's gather at least enough for a backpack. There's a vein of iron. Yeah, then anything else we can put away? I'll just have to place this pumpkin here. We're gonna have to find them somewhere else. Please let these cows be good. Don't make me kill the horses. That took way too long to make a backpack. Of course, we're gonna put away these first. Now then, let's continue putting stuff away. Those two can both be put away. Iron shovel can be put away. The axe will be right here. Only because there was one left over there. Now, let's go on a sea expedition. But first, let's break this pickaxe. No, we need the pickaxe, not that. Not the farming tool. Took us way too long to get those cows and their leather. I'll gather this copper while we still can. We'll get plenty of chickens too, when we find a different spot. But let's see if anything decent on the southern side would be promising. Doesn't look like it. Put those away. Shovel over here. Get the crafting table right here. Don't need that. Actually, speaking of, that'll be put away. Along with the wooden planks here and this driver board. And this moss stone can be put away while we're at it. Now, of course, the other stream I want to do later today, which unfortunately would be February 17th, 2025, as that's the day that this is streamed. The other one I want to do is a Wind Waker randomizer, mainly for features I want to test out. But that's not the one I want to... But let's not talk about that, at least not yet. A lot of ocean over there, so... might be smart to wait it out. But we're placing our boat right here. Forgot this has built-in storage. Now then, let's finish gathering resources. And that gathering would be getting some seeds to take for the journey. And maybe clearing out a bunch of trees too while we're at it. I want to make sure we have enough trees. Because after this day is over, we're going to head off over there and see what we can do. After I clear this oak tree over here and the spruce trees next to it. Alright, then I guess we can clear this one spruce tree that's left over here, and then go to the bed. Besides, we don't need hostiles spawning on the surface yet. And I don't mean yet. Well, let that sailing journey begin. Perspective of it's probably better to go to F5 for this. There's a sky village over there. Probably some small islands up north. There's a sea platform right here. Let's go over there before we continue going. There's no looking back at this point. We're not dealing with a squid. Okay. We're gonna see what this sea platform has. I think it's one of the ones that spawns in Dungeon Pack. Now then, let's explore. Could have gone the other way. That's not going to be useful. Definitely would be useful. Want to keep those. Gonna take those furnaces while we can. Nope. Wait, those are iron. Oh, that's not iron ingots. Those are that's electrical steel. Never mind then. Heart piece. Saddle definitely taking that. Now then, to put these away. The meat cake is made with raw beef. That's weird. Putting that away, that'll be put away. The seeds will definitely be put away. The one leather can be put away. It's kind of ironic because I want to do Wind Waker randomizer. And in a way, we're kind of like doing that. Sailing to these islands. And in third person, too. It's just unfortunate that we stumbled upon a deep ocean. I don't know why, but some of these worlds are just a little too big. I try to tell myself this isn't a 1.6 world and earlier, because those are the ones that have these big oceans. And of course, all but one single seed that I had gone through, trying to find one that was decent, spawned me either in the water, next to the ocean, or of course, on a tiny island. Let's just say we're not going to find land anytime soon. Feels weird sailing across the ocean. And I think this boat might be slower than the normal boats, but at least this one doesn't break. Another sea platform. We're going to go over there and see what's going on. I think that might be Taiga right over there. There's a lot of land over there, and I want to see what's going on over there. But first, let's visit the sea platform. Now then, starting a forever world in modded Minecraft. It's not as dumb as it looks. And of course, the other thing that you should probably consider is choosing which mods you want to have in a forever series. For instance, I just have this mod selection. I might add more mods, and I might take out some mods. Harpies, definitely. And of course, it might be more sense to have some... Hey, heart container. I'm going to take that pickaxe too while we're at it. That is actually iron this time. I should probably take the pearls. That would be a good food source for now. This could be promising. I've always wanted to build a village that was like a port village. We have another heart container because we found 4 of these heart pieces. Now then, let's continue going over here. Maybe if I edit this into a standalone video, I'll definitely use the Twitch stream as reference. I feel like the YouTube one might be a little too compressed. But either one might work. The sugarcane over there. I'm not seeing pumpkins, though. There's a lava pit over there? So that's what I've been seeing. A bunch of fire, because apparently there's a pit of lava over there. Nice village. What a very nice village over here with 2 houses. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that there's modded structures here, this probably would have been the only house. And of course, let's not forget, nice village. Yeah, nice village indeed. I'm not even kidding, it looks very similar to that, except it has a large house and this house here too. Nice peninsula though. This could be a potential building spot. Starting with this village and expanding upon it. Already with the obsidian binding. So close to having a good start. Just don't have the adequate pickaxe head either. Of course, we don't need bottomless pits to nowhere. So let's cover the other one up that we saw over here. Alright, that one can go. And there's adequate animals spawning here too, so that probably makes this a potential spot. Nice village indeed. The last time I had a village was basically just like 1 or 2 houses. And that's probably the sign that we're going to be a little idle for now, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So that means be right back. Okay, good. That's not mute. Let's go back to our regular schedule. Right. Nice village. The one that literally... Oh, that's not a bad spot to look at. And we have an ocean over there, too. But I'm more concerned about the z-coordinate being a little too close to 0. There's sulfur right there. That's not what we're looking for. There's more coal there. Let's not get that one yet. Alrighty then, let's do that. Let's gather that then. And I'll leave this be. Actually, since the chest is empty, I need to remember not to use that axe. We have another one that we can still use. Keep forgetting what that biome's called. The one with the big flowers. Huh? Okay, I guess that's just a cave that happens to have zombies. And not a spawner. Now then. What are we saying to explore this place, huh? First, let's go back and go say nice village to that village. It'll also serve as a point to find our boat, in case we need to sail again. There's so many cows here. And one burned to death. So, let's go for the whole standpoint of saying nice village. That's the performance I expect anyways. First gravestone we come across, and it's a cross. Caesar tried to swim in lava. That over there is a star well, if you haven't seen any of the previous streams where I've showcased that. And there's another one right there. Sometimes you right-click these and you can get something like Stardust here, or rarely you can get a star. You can get a star piece from those sometimes. And of course, Horse tried to swim in lava. Well, we know what to do. Cover this up so this doesn't leave that around. We'll probably go back and claim our boats before heading off. Seeing the biomes are here. I do want to explore this one that's over here. I don't think I've seen those before. Unless I have. Must be one of the mobs from Biomes O Plenty. Yep, a variation of the chicken. The rooster. And this one's known as a garden biome. Makes sense, there's these giant flowers around here. Giant flower stem and a giant red flower and a yellow one. And that's what we're seeing all around here. Not what I want to see. This a regular, or... No, it's a locked one. The two look similar, but... one is locked and the other isn't. We might have two locked ones right next to each other. No, it's just your standard wooden chest with one single key. And sometimes these keys break, and you might need multiple to open chests like this one. The only two types you'll find on the surface are regular wooden chests, and of course locked wooden ones like this one here. Take those out just in case. Let's take this one with us. Well, we can. Of course, if the key doesn't work with the chest, it'll also break too. Okay, it's a rose turd. I think I can breed those with chickens, though. Then. Not seeing the promising layout, though. This might be a spot to build a village, though. Got a lava pit right here. There's a volcano right over here. So, why not go back, then? Fine, there's another lava pit right over here. Thanks, we'll have plenty of time sailing around, actually. That's what I want to do. I'll explore more of this off-stream, but we're going to explore more of the ocean. And of course, find something that isn't only a biome that isn't promising because it's too much of one. I think that garden biome might be one of the rare biomes in Biomes O Plenty, including the flower fields biome as well. Barnhouse seems promising. In a test world I have a style of having two different roof types onto one house. It's basically like a double roof, except one's smaller than the other. Well, gonna wait until day. I'm not dealing with that creeper yet. Hello, Mr. Creeper. Did you come up on the surface? I don't think so. I guess nothing interesting's going on over there. Got a long ways to go before this becomes a place to live. The remains of a ruined structure, too. Not sure which one it would be, but that's definitely the remains of one. You know what? Let's gather the boats. Did I make it bigger? Alright. Don't know why the boat decided to be stubborn. But we're gonna need it for something else. I've got the perfect idea of terraforming this place. It's gonna look good. And hey, we have a lava pit next to this place, too. Sometimes I go into specific... Definitely exploring that. Since we have a locked wooden chest that we need to place down. Of course, put this aluminum gravel ore too. Now then, let's sail over to this little dungeon over here. While we still have plenty of daylight, and see what's over here. There's sugarcane here too. I guess a shortage of sugarcane wasn't gonna be a problem. This has a good bay to make a little seaport over here. Can definitely turn this place into something. The little plains biome that was. But I'm more curious about this dungeon over here. I feel like the water up there might be contaminated. Oh, and there's a sea platform too. Is there any way to get in without destroying it? Double chest. Alright then, I guess if there's no way to get in... Definitely taking the heart container. Those can be... String will definitely be useful. Well, let's go explore the sea platform before we head back over there. Seriously, this is the second world I've had with such large oceans. I do not want to bump that. And hey, we're going the right direction for once. I also like the fact that this auto rotates. Saddle, definitely. Definitely. Everything else that can be saved for another time. Pearls, definitely. Pulsating iron. That's literally useless. That's not gonna be useful. Don't need thorns. Definitely putting those on. Actually, the flippers will be useful too. Everything else just seems to be junk for now. The good thing about having an ocean around here is if I add weather 2 later on, we can have plenty of storms forming around. And it might be fun to see what happens if we add that mod later on. I'm not starting it with it for a good reason. I found out it is a performance resource. Pretty intensive for a mod. Then again, Twilight Forest is also one of those intensive mods. And Chocolate Quest, so I don't want to have all 3 of those in this pack. This isn't an adventure-based mod pack. This is a mod pack that just feels like it would be good to include. Especially small boats. And if possible, I might put the mic... I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. The Yeti mic seems to have worked best for me so far. Of course, I always just talk about random things. And hey, once we be perfect for a dock. Alrighty then. Let's start terraforming. Oh. First normal gravestone what we've seen so far. Okay, we're going to ignore that for now. This level is definitely going to be the level that we're going to build upon. And the good thing is we pretty much have a smeltery that's ready to go. All we need to do is basically turn this into a working smeltery. Things I do to get around problems. Of course, we have a good start on this structure, too. And of course, let's not forget that this place isn't safe at all from monsters, especially inside the houses. Like this one. Good to know that we have a good start on this. Well, it's a good thing that we got the key. Because we have iron ingots in here. And we can simply move this all in here. Now I think about it, that's not too bad considering what we're getting here. I have to find a way to get this cow out of here. What does the other villager have for trading? Yeah, you're definitely not as good as the others. Now then. I just remembered we had a shovel in here. And I was about to build another shovel for no reason. We've got a long ways to go before we build this into a proper village. Of course, I'm not staying in here permanently. Gonna dump the excess tools and resources in here. I'll just have to place the furnaces here. Not gonna cook that all, we're gonna place it over there. Now then, let's keep going. There's a lot of it to do. had this idea in mind. What if we have that boat right over there? This boat be the one I can explore over here. And then have another boat over here using the wool from the locked chest. And I'll go back to get that wooden chest. Use that wool. And once we have enough resources to make certain things, I can get the horses that are over there and bring them over here. That is why I think you want spawn. And that is why you must always have a shovel. The only shovel head we have. Isn't this literally the worst when it comes to... Let's get rid of the useless tools. The flint ones can go. Oh, and I guess these paper ones can go too. We can't get rid of them yet. And the main reason we can't get rid of them yet is because we're gonna have to use them for the smelter. So unfortunately, they're staying for now. Except for the pickaxe head, we have one right here. We don't have an axe head or a shovel head. It's gonna be far more useful to keep some of those. The flint pickaxe is not worth it. Now then, let's make a bunch of shovels and, of course, break everything. And I'm not even kidding, we're gonna need at least 4 of those. The durability is 250. But maybe we can combine the durability of these. Check and see if the... Yeah, that's not flashing. I mean, that's not blinking red. I mean, who wants to watch a Forever series where it's streamed live and then the video gets edited and turned into... Okay, good, that's normal planes. I don't know where those lead to. And we're not gonna find out. Probably place the dirt next to the shovel. Sometimes you find gravel ore if you just mine the grass with the shovel. Say that's the durability that we have left with that shovel. We take a brand new one and use it up until it's about a fourth or a fifth left of durability. And then do the same thing with 2 more shovels. And we can have shovels that last longer. I was kind of hoping these streams would do something. See, there's this gap here. Combine the durability of these two and have a slightly higher durability shovel. Why did that one decide to grow there? Good time to empty everything. And of course dump what we don't need, like these puzzles. Yeah, terraforming definitely takes a lot of time. Which is why I'm not going the whole entire way. Now then. Well, I'm gonna have to save that for a different shovel. Looks a lot better now that it's not completely covered with dirt. And the best part, we can just go straight to this lava and toss out the clovers. Let's see. These make a white dye, so they're not being tossed out. It's coal in that furnace, so that would be furnace number 4. So I took 2 from a sea platform. That's impressive, the amount of dirt that I managed to mine. I gotta hope that's not deep ocean. Or we can just go east instead. Now then, remember the saplings that we got? We have a spot for them now. And I'll place this one over here. buckets that we have are gonna come in handy too. Because we can do this. And of course terraform all of the tall grass away. And we still have a good bait. Okay, that was a little too close to those. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. If it does turn into one of those little monsters, I have an idea. I'm gonna wait for this Kirby to leave. Those clovers away, we don't need them. There's the first sapling. Because I don't want to trap the villager, I'm gonna let it out whilst keeping the cow in here. Yeah, you're staying in here, cow. Waiting for this villager to escape. Now then, to make the outline of what the house is gonna look like. I have this idea, but it's gonna require more sticks. And more shovels. Don't think so. Come on, get this inventory sorted out better. I have to remove the gravestone. Really? I just combine those into a more durable shovel. I'll also make sure that future messages that show up like that are also going to be banned as well. Now then, let's go back to our scheduled program. By not having a first-time bot. Message deleted. I do not tolerate bots in the stream. And then all those seeds we have, and the farming tool we have. Nope, that's too far. I got a big tree again. So it'd be about here. That's the entire purpose of these seeds. So we can grow stuff. And hopefully not see another first-time bot. I've already had to ban several bots throughout the streams I've had. And that happens to be the most recent bot that's been banned. They're never gonna learn, are they? Not only will they get banned, but what they have will be flagged by blocked terms. Goody, the villager's stuck again. Maybe one of these days, the first time bots will eventually stop. Every single time a bot has posted a link, it's always been to a malicious site. I always scan it with virus total first. A website that's trusted. And safe as well. Maybe one of these days we'll finally have bots completely banned. Because a first-time bot. I think after this stream, I'm gonna go back to 7TV and see if there's an emote that relates to first-time ban. Not just the first-time bot that showed up. Now then, this will be connected to a path. Which the path will go this way. What I'll have here is a house. Over there is going to be the pier and the little bay area. So let's do it. This will be a path area right here. Back here. Back here. Might be able to. Now that won't work. Or having odd numbers, not even. I don't know how this is gonna work, but... Might be better if I showcase the base of it, too. All there is just a bunch of wood. And it's not really showcasing it that well. So that's the shape of it. That might be too far into the sand. We also have this be the front. Have a little bit of a path over here. Let me get the remaining spots that I haven't taken care of. Well, taken care of. So... one of these two is going to be basically the entrance. And I'm not sure which one it's going to be. This one's here for the sake of, well, being a marker for a path. And of course we got the tree farm here. I'm not exactly sure what is going to happen though. Big tree really isn't much of a big tree. Especially since these four are going to be the pillars here. Always connected a roof before, so this could be awkward. Rip those both out. I'm gonna have to put these in here. Got too much in here, so... we're gonna have something here. Say, give it about an hour. And the odd number will definitely not stay. Give it enough time and it's probably gonna be something worse than I imagined. But I'm always better at terraforming than I am at building. Well, let's make sure to clear everything out before we really start going through. We have a secondary lava source over there, which would be the volcano. No clovers that go. Now then, when will this tree farm actually go anywhere? I'm gonna clear this out, because it's gonna be in the way. course, let's see where this giant tree is going to take us. Got this wooden chest here, which that's not enough wool. We're gonna have to go back for the other one. I hope with the other stream I'm doing later today, it's not gonna be... We're not gonna have a bunch of bots again. Or at least I don't want to have bots that post links to malicious sites. That's been the staple rule ever since I started the very first stream. I'll just have to go. This axe definitely didn't survive. I was about to say the axe most likely won't survive, but that's why we have a second one. And part of this big tree left that's still up here. Now then, we have a lot of space for trees. We need plenty of room for trees. And I also want to help this village too. So we're going to do that. If this will be the permanent spot for this series, then so be it. We can explore around anytime we can. Maybe get to those slime islands too. Those are definitely from Tinker's Construct. Of course, remember, any time that a bot shows up and posts a random link and then this never shows up again, it's first time bot. Okay, never mind about that. Let's just go back to what we're doing. I think I know what to do. If I think I'm gonna need it for later, I should probably do that. Good to know. The first one that requires me to make sandstone. If there's a way to make that less common, that would be great. As a first house, it might not look like what I want to make, but... as long as it's a house, then... it'll be fine. It doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to look like a house. And for some reason, I want to see how this goes. So that's the idea of this being a house. The mine will probably be not where this clay is. This will definitely not stay. $59,106. Pretty certain that was the one tick of grass that managed to spawn. It's not even centered. I want it facing exactly away from here. And this can be the place for the doors, which are going to be iron and not wood. This will require having a bunch of torches. Now, I want to get enough to at least get the outlined water. It's this water. Remember when I covered this up? It's the water that's not staying. And now, let's get this taken care of. And I will double check that I have the mic not mute. It looks like it is not mute. Now then. And we still need more stuff. And at this point, I will at least start this one right here first. we so happen to run into coal, that's fine too, because we can gather that anytime we want to. And I don't want to misclick on that. I have to do this for now. We'll have to abort the mission. I have a mod called Mouse Tweaks for that allows me to organize the inventory much better. Good thing the first button is going to be placed onto here. And I want to save those iron pickaxes. I got 3, maybe I don't have to. Tree farm is probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But I think the longhouse roof idea is probably going to be better. If it doesn't work exactly the way I want it, then maybe I'll move all that with World Edit. So it at least is aligning properly. Funny thing, I did not bring any of the pickaxes either. And this is why I like making stairs. And I'm still gonna be stubborn and make stone pickaxes instead of iron ones. Because I prefer to save these iron ones for a different time. Let's get this out of the way and get this coal down here. Now let's continue down. Guess I'll gather that copper ore. Do that too, and we have coal. Can make 32 torches and have 2 stacks of torches ready to go. Oh, I guess we can gather this ore as well. Pretty certain this is the thermal foundation version of this ore. And hey, the good thing about having this here is it's going to be less time to mine the other 2 out. Just hope we don't run into a cake dungeon. Yeah, sulfur, the one ore that I cannot vein mine for some reason. Oh, I do not want to use up that pickaxe. this is the problem I have with vein mining a bunch of coal. Because it always gets in the way. Should probably put the pickaxe next to the shovel if I'm gonna be... if I want to think smarter, not harder. And there goes one. Unusually large vein of iron. Am I reading that? I do not want to stay in here. And that I am covering up. Fine, then, you want me to do this? I think that's how it's supposed to go. Gonna need another torch for this one. I just want to get this out of the way so we can have stairs. I'm gonna place them up one higher. Because if we're gonna have stairs, it's gonna look a little weird. And that includes that one too. Now to make the inevitable stairs. Putting away the clay as well. Almighty farming tool is going to be put away too. And the extra stairs we have is probably going to be enough for at least one of these. I'm not going to deal with that sulfur ore right now. So there's that amount right there. Not seeing any messages from Twitch. Other than the bot that appeared. Now, for the actual reason why I wanted to start a Forever World in modded Minecraft. Well, this goes down to having the right mod selection. Or at least having the mods you want to choose. You don't want to have the wrong selection that you don't want to have. If there's mods you like to have in a Forever World for modded Minecraft, well, you can choose whatever you want to have as long as it's not too difficult for you to. For me, I prefer, well, staying in 1.7. Okay, that's just aluminum ore from Galactic. Oh, that's lead ore from... Really, gravel? That was way too much gravel. Pretty certain the cave is beyond this gravel as well. I'm not letting the first death be a suffocation by gravel. Or should I, if I can just set gravel here instead? That's what I'm going to do. Set gravel here instead. At least I won't be hitting that cave. Let's see. There's definitely something related to treasure. Unless that's a mine shaft. But I don't think it is. And now I don't have torches in this inventory. Well. The shame of doing this, because I'm not dealing with mobs on the surface yet. Especially zombies. But now there's a creeper to deal with. I wasn't going to let that happen. I had to do that in quick succession, too. I can't let these villagers die before they even get a chance to improve, before I even get a chance to improve their lives. And there goes the pickaxe. Prefer not to take these iron pickaxes out until I have something else. Now we're gonna have to go back and make some more stone pickaxes. I have to put the flippers and the ender pearls away. I cannot keep the flowers out here. Furnaces are gonna have to be put away. Same with the keys. Wanted some sticks like this. And that's not enough stairs at this point. Now that amount of stairs should be enough. Have torches back in here, because we don't need to have them in the inventory, and the stairs. That's not where I want to place the torch, and that's not where I was going to place it either. I don't want to start using cobblestone to fill that up, so I'm not going to vein mine the coal. Unless the ore is absolutely in the way like this copper ore is. And requires me to do this. Down to the point of redstone, so if we hit redstone, that shouldn't be a problem. We have other things we can make redstone tools with. Yeah. There we go, the first set of stairs to this is finally complete. And there's the giant vein of coal that always happens to show itself whenever you least expect it. Now then, anything interesting around us? No. Not even a stronghold. And we're mainly here to gather some cobblestone. Maybe a few ores while we're at it. Whoa, that's a lot more than expected. And that was not expected at all. I was just trying to cover up the copper ore that we mined. Okay then, let's gather these diamonds. Right, keep forgetting that one requires iron. We have how many? 3? Yeah, I expected that. I'm gonna have to start filling this up with cobblestone. It feels weird finding diamonds before redstone, as it's usually the other way around. I'm gonna say this aluminum ore is gonna be useful for us. Of course, we finally got that taken care of. It's already past 3, that's quite interesting. One thing's for certain, we need, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 12, 35 slabs if we want to complete that. Which means we'll need that many slabs if we want to have a roof. and not make mistakes like that. Alright then, let's finally do this. I prefer having torches all around so it at least lights up the area a little bit. Also one here because it kind of looks cool. Okay, so it's a good thing we have a little bit of gravel. And hey, we've got plenty of ore we can put away in the chest that we placed over here too. Silver ore, definitely. This lead ore. Trying to think, that was an unusually large amount of iron that we gathered. Cobblestone slab can be put away. Sand definitely will. Tin ore, these ores can all be put away. Gunpowder can, I'm definitely putting away the diamonds. Don't need an entire stack of coal plus another stack with us, we'll just put one of those away. And of course, to make more room, combine the shovels and have a better shovel. Now, let's bring some trees down. Starting with this one. As soon as this stone axe breaks, we're gonna make an iron one. As long as none of those turn into a giant tree, we should be fine. Now, one of the achievements and extra achievements is glitched, so we can't actually cook pork. Despite the fact that we clearly did. Alright, let's continue getting that mine taken care of. After we place some furnaces down. Temporary location is no longer needed. Do we have any... Double checking that we didn't have extra ore in there. Now then, let's go and have some furnaces. Of course, about some iron first. Get these gravel ores out of here too. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Speed it up by about 4 times the amount. Now let's go cut some more trees down and then replant them. move this one over here. You know, it's really great when when getting an extra heart, it doesn't actually, you know, count. Now I'll turn this into another set of trees. Just that one left. Alrighty then. Probably should have enough durability. Move this over here because there's too many. I meant they're too close over here, so that's why we moved them. I'd say we'll go for about another 20 minutes, and then I'll end off there. I installed another mod that makes it a lot. I think it might be mouse. I think this comes from mouse tweaks, where you can right-click crops. This one has not grown at all. Which is unusual, because usually a lot of these are almost ready. In fact, there's plenty of them that are almost ready. Start by putting those away. Like, that idea of putting a doorway over here might be better. And this can remain unchanged. I'll let this one be unchanged as well. I think a lot of these should have. It's already 24 glass panes. Definitely no doorway over here. But the extra nice thing is I can place torches all around. Place one here, place one here. So far, it still needs a lot of work. And I honestly think this might work as a starting house. Functionality is a lot better than form. This will be for the extra stairs when we expand the mine. What flooring should we go for? Actually, that'll probably wait. Keeping those with me so we can continue going down. I want to go gather some more stone down here, and maybe we can find some redstone. Hopefully. Yeah, gather redstone. Literally 1 block away. That seemed like way too much redstone for 23. And I have a feeling it might be behind the dirt wall that I just placed. No, not that. I guess not. Actually, it might have been a vein of 6, so that probably was... That probably was what happened. It's not turning into nights anytime. Extra annoying because it's even the ceiling gravel. In here? There's just too much. We're gonna have to teleport back to here. Could not process it quickly. Then I go back, and hopefully there's not anything that's spawned down here, because that would be really terrible, because I don't know if I had enough torches over here. Now, hopefully there's no more gravel that interrupts this. Alrighty then. I guess that works out. Vein of 7, but it's also one of the weirder veins I've seen. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Well, time to clean up gravel. I don't like that. Prefer this over the sulfur ore, thank you very much. Like multiple veins of redstone were next to each other. Now then. Right, this cannot be a vein mine. Gathering resources is one of the most important things of a forever world, even in vanilla Minecraft. Maybe I'm the one that's unlucky and got a bunch of seeds in a row that either spawn me next to an ocean or spawn me in the water. But seeds are never predictable. Expected that to break. I'll let this one more set go. I think that should be a good amount of cobblestone to start with. Now let's go work on that house. As soon as we get this tin ore right here. And I'm not sprinting because I know that these older versions are notorious for having a broken hunger system. Any version between the Adventure Update and release 1.10, I believe, had this broken hunger system. And it was never liked. It wasn't really well received. And I understand why there's a good amount of players that never updated past, or never play versions past beta 1.7.3. I'm not sure if this will look fun. I think it might be better if we place this and have a torch over here. That way, only the middle is the one that we need to worry about. Here, not a single one of those gave experience. Not ready to smelt this cobblestone yet. Definitely not. I mean, it's not much, but it'll probably work as a start for at least some time. So we don't have sand in there, but we have sand in here. Gonna make some glass. That's ore. These are all ores, including that tin ore. Redstone, definitely have a stack at this point. We'll primarily focus on this grass first. And of course, I'll go with cobblestone for at least until I think of something that would probably work better. Don't think there's enough durability for this shovel to handle. Everything, so... Let's see... Definitely not enough. But luckily we made plenty of iron. Or we smelted plenty of iron, so we can make another iron shovel. This is 60. Let me see how many shovels I've broken. Iron broken 2. Okay, it makes sense. I combine most of the shovels into more durable shovels. Good thing about this being a beach biome is there's plenty of sand to smelt. The bad thing about it is there's a lot of sand. In this one, to be specific. Right, and I have nice village as that waypoint right there. I think the silver ore comes from too much TNT. And yeah, I'm gonna probably use world edit and move this over by 1. That's all the cobblestone we have left. Give it a few more minutes until we leave. And there's this entire thing that's left here. gonna have to do that for now. Let these smelt another 8. I'll keep the sand for something else we're gonna make. And all that gravel that's over there we're gonna have to gather. Actually, I'll gather that off stream. And I will probably get this mine fully operational off stream as well, so there's that. And these bolt into iron doors, we're gonna need them. There we go, that's taken care of. And hopefully these trees are ready to go as well. I'm having terrible luck with the giant trees. I was kind of hoping there would be one giant tree. Gonna make the iron axe first. I'd say the sooner we get that smeltery operational, the better. Let's see here. As expected, it broke before anything else can happen. Dang. I wanted to do that. Sometimes I just want to punch a Kirby into the lava. They'll be dead, but they always respawn, so they never truly die. Now then. I'm gonna get the outline of the second floor taken care of. And then we'll end off. Because not only do I want to have enough time to have dinner, but I also want to have enough time to prepare the Wind Waker randomizer that'll happen about 3 hours from now, if not a little bit more. Fortunately, we have more than enough wood for this. Unfortunately, it's going to take a very long time before we have enough stairs. And where I'm placing stairs happens to be in the way of where I want to place them. So I think that probably is it for today. We'll most likely be able to come back on Wednesday. If you're only here for the Minecraft streams. But if you're also interested in the Wind Waker randomizer that I'm going to do later today, there's that. I will attempt to have both Twitch and YouTube chat at least, well, show up. Other than that, well, thanks for watching, and for the YouTube side, if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos or streams I make. Well, content in general. I've got social media down below if you want to follow me there, so with that, see ya for YouTube. Let me just make sure that isn't going to be dumb.